Dre Spect the Boxing here with another video. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the bell notification, that way you stay updated on the latest content as I add it to the channel. Alright, gonna do a quick breakdown of Jermall Charlo versus Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Jermall Charlo, middleweight champion, WBC belt. Gonna be on the line Saturday night. He's gonna be in the first main event of that evening. Gonna be two main events with Jermall Charlo taking on Jason Rosario in the main event of the night, which is the second main event. But in the first main event, I think to kick off the party, I think Jermall Charlo is going to come in with a lot of confidence, also a lot of determination to put on a big show in his first pay-per-view. I believe that this is going to be a very intense fight. I think that Jermall Charlo is going to come out and he's going to work that jab, work his counters. He's going to be very sharp, very precise from the confidence and the way he looks, in training camp leading up to the fight. He seems, the way he talks, the way he's approaching his fight is very calm, collective, and he's going out there to handle his business. And I believe that he's going to be very focused and determined, laser sharp, and I think he's going to put on one hell of a show on Saturday night. This is a guy, Derevyanchenko, is different from an opponent that they like to compare him to, which was Korobov, which Jermall Charlo actually struggled against after Jermall Charlo lost earlier that night, and then he had to fight Matt Korobov. He actually struggled with him, and it was one of his, I guess one of his poorest performances of his career. He just didn't look himself early on. I thought that he got a grasp of it and was able to outpoint him. He had landed the more precise shots. I believe that he outpointed him and did enough to win that night. Some people had him losing. Some people thought that he lost or whatever. But in any case, the judges gave him the victory, and he moves forward. Now they're comparing that hiccup and saying that maybe Sergiy Derevyanchenko, which would be a better version of Matt Korobov, would beat him. And I believe that the difference with Sergiy Derevyanchenko is that he has a lot of heart. And he pushed a couple of guys, which they notably will talk about in Danny Jacobs and also in Triple G. And I think they look at those fights and think it's a telltale sign that this guy is a really good fighter. But I look at those fights and I seen a total different thing. This guy, he basically he doesn't have great defense. He's there to be hit. And against a guy with a tremendous output on offense like Jermall Charlo, a younger, hungry champion, I believe that he's going to get exposed worse than what he did against aging Triple G and, past his prime Daniel Jacobs. I just don't think that he's going to be able to handle the onslaught that's going to be given to him by Jermall Charlo. It's not the same fighters, man. This guy has so many tools, and for a guy who doesn't have enough defense and keeps coming forward towards you, I believe that he's gonna be easy pickings for Jermall. I believe that he has a great heart, a good chin, so I believe that he's gonna go a long while before he goes down. I believe that he's gonna make it a long fight, and that he could probably gonna get stopped late in the maybe the 10th round. I believe it's going to be a corner stoppage or either a ref TKO stoppage. I just don't see him going 12 rounds with Jermall Charlo, with the way that his fighting style is tailor-made for Jermall Charlo, a guy who's going to be very confident. The only way I could see Jermall Charlo possibly losing this fight is if he's not focused as I think he is, and he's out there head hunting. Maybe he makes this closer than what it is, and it could go to scorecards and let a guy, sit in there who's not supposed to be in there with him, meaning Derevyanchenko. I don't think he has enough tools in a toolbox to be able to outpoint him, but he can make it close if Jermall allows him to get on the inside and get some work. And make it difficult for the judges to read who's winning the fight if he's pushing the pace. And that would reflect to me going back to the corner in Ronnie Shields, which I think that in the last few fights, I've seen Jermall coming out, not following the game plan, but also really going to go look to knock these guys out. And it's not some consistent game plan. It never seems like a consistent game plan. It always looks like it's head hunting, and he's trying to knock the guys out. And I don't think that should be the game plan in coming in. I think they should have a more precise game plan, film study on Derevyanchenko, know his weaknesses, and be able to capitalize on it like they used to in the past. I think that's coaching. I think that's leadership in the corner for him to get his fighter on point for that fight night. And I haven't been seeing progression from fight to fight, which I would have liked more to see. Jermall Charlo very letting the fight come to him, and that goes to the focus in the coaching. You know, the coaching has to be there, and that's another topic for another time. I think I've actually made a video on it before. If you can go look at that. It's basically saying that Jermall Charlo possibly has ran his course with Ronnie Shields. I don't see them progressing from fight to fight. I think Ronnie Shields has taken Jermall Charlo as far as he can go. But in any case, that would only be the slim possibility that they're not prepared and they don't have a good game plan, and they allow Derevyanchenko to push the fight and stay in the fight 12 rounds, because I don't think Derevyanchenko has enough power to knock out Jermall Charlo, but I think he can make it interesting. So we just gonna have to see how far what Jermall Charlo shows up on fight night. Is it gonna be a Jermall Charlo is fully laser focused? That means that he's gonna probably get a TKO stoppage, in my opinion. And if not, I think he might go to the scorecards, and that could be interesting if it goes 12 rounds to the scorecard, and Derevyanchenko has any good rounds, close rounds, and that can make it difficult. We've seen judges are messing up like crazy this year in 2020. 2020 has been a crazy year for the judges. They have not been on point. I believe that even with all that said, it's going to be slim to none that Derevyanchenko is going to be able to beat Jermall Charlo. Motivated Jermall Charlo, a guy who's on the brink of superstardom. This is going to be his first pay-per-view event. I think he's laser focused. He's going to go out there and open up the show, the first main event, and I think he's going to put on a show, put on a boxing clinic, and show that Derevyanchenko does not belong in the ring with him. I got him late 10th round stoppage, late stoppage in the fight, but I don't see it going 12. If it does go 12, I still got Jermall Charlo up on points, and because Derevyanchenko just there too much to be hit. I don't think he has enough offense, enough tools in the toolbox to compete with Jermall Charlo. This is going to be an easy night for Jermall Charlo. If the Jermall Charlo I'm imagining shows up on Saturday night, I believe he will easily outpoint Derevyanchenko. That's Dre Sept. If y'all got anything different, you think that Derevyanchenko has better tools, or he has something that I don't know about it that I haven't seen, please mention that in the comment section. That's all I got for you, Dre Sept, and I'm out.